So hello bachon, welcome once again. See, as promised, as I said that I'll be bringing one more such video of expected question from this chapter, which is statistics. Okay, so with this we will be completing three chapters, and according to me these are three chapters from where the questions will be almost on similar line, and they are definitely going to be a simple chapter as far as the latest syllabus is concerned, because many of the topics have been removed. Statistics was though earlier also a simple one, and they had been asking question on a very expected lines. Okay, so these are the questions which you may try on your own. So class is given, frequency is given, and then if total number of observations are 140, alpha beta is not equal, median is 22, then determine mean deviation about median and variance. So the purpose of these questions is that I will be discussing a quick review of the formula also there will be there, and of course how to approach the question will also be there. And so of course the most important is the type of questions which I may expect. See, this is a very common type of question. Mean and standard deviation of marks of test students were found to be 40 and 10. And then it was found that marks of two students 20 and 25 were wrongly taken as 40 and 50 respectively. Find the corrected variance, correct variance, new mean, whatever it is. Okay, so similarly this is third question. So see, I just gave these questions in a PPT to start with, so that if you wish you can try on your own. Okay, so you can try these questions on your own before watching this video. The solutions of this question, the mean deviation about median are the numbers arranged in ascending order, find the median and mean. So these are the questions. Okay, now question number 5 is let A and B be two different sets, each having 5 elements, then their mean and variance are given for each set A and B. Then there is a set which we get as a collection of both the sets A and B, and then we have to find the variance and mean of the set C. Okay, so now let's start with the question. Okay, so let's start with the question. So the first question is class interval is given 0 to 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, 50, and their respected frequencies are given alpha, 50, 40, 30, beta. So total number of observations are 140. So what are we given? Sum of all the frequencies. So how much is it? 50, 40, 90, 120. So alpha plus beta is 20. That's one relation we have. And the median is 22. Okay, now see, median is what? What's the observation? Sometimes students get confused with xi and fi, particularly in such cases. So fi is the number of times an observation occur. What is observation? Here the class interval or the marks or the weight or the salary or whatever is the observation. Okay, that is our xi. So if you are talking about mean or median, so mean and median of what? Mean and median of the observation. Okay, so if the class interval is given, so of course 0 to 10 should be the observation, like 0 to 10 marks. How many students got 0 to 10 marks? Alpha students. How many students got 10 to marks between 10 to 20? There are 50 students. How many students got marks between 20 to 30? There are 40 students, and likewise. Okay, now if the median is 22, what do we understand by median? Median is the mid one observation, middle observation. Okay, so mid observation is median. Now median is given to be 22. That means if I say that these are the marks 0 to 10, 10 to 20, so 22 marks is the median. Where will it lie? It will lie here only. So that's the median class here, bacho. Since it's given, so that is our median class. Now then determine mean deviation about median. So median is given. So to determine deviation, actually we need xi. Xi is the class mark. How do we get a class mark from the interval? We get it as the mean of the boundaries of the interval. So 10 plus 0 by 2 is 5. Similarly, since the class width is 10, so you go on adding 10 to it, 15, 25, 35, 45, that's the class mark, which is xi. So if I need di here, so how do we get di? Di is nothing but mod of xi minus median. Okay, because we need mean deviation about median. So what will that be? So it will be 22 minus 5, which is 17. It is, since the deviation has to be positive in every case, so it is, so that's why I said 22 minus 5. Okay, and then this is 7, then this is 3, and then it has to be 13, and then it is 23. So that's your deviation. Now what's the formula for mean deviation? So mean of anything. So mean deviation, I'm writing it as acronym m dot d dot. So mean of anything has the same formula, which is summation of fi into whosoever mean we need. If we need mean of the observation, it will be fi xi upon summation fi. We need mean of deviation, so it will be summation fi di upon summation fi, and that is to be obtained. That is what we need here. Okay, so in that case I don't think we need alpha and beta here, isn't that? We don't need, because this is given to be 140. Okay, and determine the total number is given alpha plus 20. One more information must be there, I think, because mean deviation about median. Okay, so then I think, yeah, we don't need, we have that information in terms of median. We will discuss it. So fi di will be how much? So it's alpha into 17, so it's 17 alpha plus 50 into 7, 350, and likewise we will do it, isn't that bacho? So 390 plus 23 beta. So we need alpha and beta. So how can we get it? So we will get it by using this information, that the median of this whatever data is given is 22. So how to get median, bachcho? So median is lower class limit plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency over frequency of the median class into h. Isn't that, bachcho? Okay, so now what's the median class here? Median class is, this is our median class, okay, because median lie here. So lower class limit of the median class is L, okay, frequency, this is of the median class is F, class width is 10, which is uniform in all the intervals, so it's 10. But where is cumulative frequency? So see, when we talk about cumulative frequency here, okay, when we talk about cumulative frequency here, what we talk about is the less than cumulative frequency. What does that mean? We start by saying how many students got less than 10 marks. So less than the upper limit of the class interval, that's the cumulative frequency which we use here. So it is nothing but alpha. How many students got less than 20 marks? So it's alpha plus 50. How many got less than this? So alpha plus 90. So on and so on, alpha plus 120, and this is alpha plus beta plus 120 has to be 140, the sum of all the observations. Okay, now see, so as we know, that's the median class, we have already seen that. So the cumulative frequency which we use is the one preceding the median class. Okay, so the cumulative frequency occurring just before the median class one is the cumulative frequency that we'll be using. So it's alpha plus 50. So this is nothing but, so it is 20 plus 70 minus alpha plus 50, I believe. Yeah, plus 50 upon frequency was 40 here, and into 10, and this is your 22, and solve it, we get alpha, hence we get beta. Put the value of alpha, beta, and you have your mean deviation. Now what we will be doing for variance? So what is variance in that case? See, variance is standard deviation whole square. Now we have two results for variance, bachcho. Summation fi xi square upon summation fi minus mean square. So to get variance, we need to get the mean of the data, so that we can easily find. So mean can be obtained as some fi xi, like mean is what? So mean is nothing but summation fi xi upon summation fi. Now since we know alpha and beta, so we know everything here, so we will get mean. That's the formula which we use for variance, or we may also use this one also, summation fi xi minus mean whole square upon summation fi. Now which one to use, that will be decided on the basis that whichever where we have the smaller calculations. Okay, so if using this reduce our calculation, we'll be using it. If using this reduces our calculation, we'll be using it. So that depends on the question here. So formula is known, everything, data is known, you can use it. As a normally, if I have to use, normally I go for this until unless I observe that xi minus 3, like here xi, so if I write again here xi, so it's 5, 15, 25, 35, 45. Okay, now if writing xi minus x bar, okay, which is deviation about mean. So if I write mean here and I get the numbers which are smaller, quite smaller in comparison to these xi, so of course I will prefer to use this one over this one. Okay, so this is how we decide. So that's the first question here, bachcho. And then moving to the next question, mean and standard deviation of marks of 10 students were found to be 40 and 10. So 10 students, so mean is, so mean, old mean is x1, so we have 10 students, that means 10 observations, and mean of 10 students is found to be 40. So sum of all is whatever we know, so sum of all when I goes from 1 to 10 is 400 bachcho. And the variance, so variance is O for old, okay, so it will be summation xi square, because fi is a discrete data, they are just 10 students, okay, so it will be summation xi square upon 10 minus mean square, which is 1600, and the variance are 10 respectively, so this is 10 here. Okay, so that we can easily find. So from here we get summation xi square when I goes from 1 to 10, and whatever we have that value 1610 into 10, that's our summation xi square. But then it was found that 2 students marks were wrongly used. Okay, so what does that mean? See, that means summation xi when I goes from 1 to 8. By summation xi 1 to 10 means x1 plus x2 dot x8 plus x9 plus x10. So x9 and x10 are 20 and 25, so it's 45 is equal to 400. So that means those students marks which will remain unchanged on both the side, the old one and the corrected one. So we have the sum of those student marks, and this is how much? So this is nothing but 355 here. Okay, fine. Similarly, we will get summation xi square when I goes from 1 to 8, and this will be x9 square, which is 400 plus 25 625, which is 100. Okay, so from here we will get sum of square of all these marks bachcho. Now what? So we need new mean. See, new variance means obviously imply we need mean. So how will we get new mean here? So it will be summation xi, I goes from 1 to 8 plus the corrected marks. Corrected marks are 40 and 50. For the 9th student, for the 10th student, divided by 10. Now we have this value. Just put the value and we have our mean. So 355 plus 90 by 10. So whatever we get is the answer here. Similarly, new variance here. So what will that be? Summation xi square for the 8 students whose marks are unchanged, plus the marks square of the marks of 9th student plus the square of the marks of 10th student divided by 10 minus new mean. How much is it? So it's like 445 by 10 whole square, and evaluate it. See, calculation might be a bit of problem here. Calculation might be lengthy, but most expectedly that won't be that lengthy. Okay, so these are the questions which actually I used it from, got it from somewhere, or selected from somewhere, or few data I just put it from my side. Okay, so here the calculation might be tough. We are not going into the calculation part. The important thing is the type of questions and how to approach it. Okay, so that's a very common format of the question from last 2 to 3 years. Okay, so you may again expect such type of question in one or the other shift. So that was second question. Now moving to the third question, let the mean and variance of the following data be 6 and 12 respectively. Find alpha square beta plus beta square alpha. So see, that's a direct one, and the purpose here is that if there is such without class interval, there is a group data but no class interval. So how to approach this? Approach is always simple. If mean is nothing but summation fi xi upon summation fi. So using this formula, so it's 8 plus 16 plus 6 alpha plus 40 plus 40, 12 beta plus 28 plus 80. So and then divided by sum of all the observations. So 4, 4, 8, and then 12, 14, then 24 plus alpha plus beta. So that gives us one information, and that is 6. Similarly, we will do it for variance. So variance here is nothing but, so variance is, so again the same formula, summation fi xi square upon summation fi. See, that's why I did three questions, one for class interval, again mean and variance, one for group data without class interval, again mean and variance, and one was this where there were discrete data in terms of x1, x2, x3, xn, and then it's mean and variance. Okay, so you should be very clear about all these three possibilities for mean and variance. So how will we do it? Again, it's simple. So 4 into 4 is 16, plus 4 into 16 is how much? 64, plus 36 alpha, plus 64 into 5 is 320, plus 100 400, plus 144 beta, plus 16 is 256, and how much? 280, no? 256, what? Maybe 1280, आप check कर लीजिएगा if I am not wrong in my calculation. And then again this is 24 plus alpha plus beta, but that's not variance. I'm really sorry, that's not variance. It is minus mean whole square, and mean is given to be 6 square, so it's minus 36 is equal to variance, which is 12. So you have two relation, two unknown in terms of alpha and beta. Just quickly calculate them and you have your alpha and beta. Once you have your alpha and beta, so you can just put the value, it's alpha beta into alpha plus beta, and then you have your answer, bachcho. So that's one case where it's a group data without class interval. Now moving to the fourth one. If the mean deviation about median of the numbers arranged in ascending order is 6, so mean deviation about median. Okay, so when we have arranged 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, okay, so what will be the median here? So they are arranged in ascending order, so 1 2 3 4, so the median is nothing but its mean, 12 plus 2k by 2, so it's 6 plus k, and they are in increasing order. Okay, so what does that mean? See, so that means the mean lies somewhere here, so we have to find the mean deviation which is given, okay, which is given to be 6. So how to find mean deviation? So xi, what are xi? 3 5 7 2k 12 16 21 24. So how to get di from here? Deviation. So di, see, di is mod of xi minus whatever central tendency is, mean, median or mode. If they are said about median, we have to use median, so it's median here, and median is 6 plus k. Okay, now we know since they are in arranging in increasing order, and median of these two, mean of these two will lie between these two, so of course 6 plus k is more than 2k and smaller than 12. Okay, so accordingly we will add and subtract. So 6 plus k minus 3 is 3 plus k, and this is k plus 1, and then this is k minus 1, 6 plus k, or 6 minus k, and then this is 12 minus this, 6 minus k, 16 to 10 minus k, and then 15 minus k, and then 24 is 18 minus k. So that's your deviation. So what will be the mean deviation? So mean deviation is nothing but the mean of deviation, so sum of all the like deviation, so k 3 times and 3 times gone, so minus 2k. Okay, so it's minus 2k here. Now 3 plus 1 4, 1 1 gone, so 6 6 12 15 15 30, and then 40 and 58 if I'm again. So calculation you may easily do, and this is by 8, and this is given to be, how much is it? 6. So get k from here. Once you have k, you have your median, and then you have easily have your mean, because you have all 8 observations. Okay, so that was yet another question, a direct one but important one. Now see, this is one again one more type of question which might be very important for the upcoming examination, and that is if A and B are two sets each having 5 elements, let mean, it should be mean here, mean of elements in A and B be 5 and 8 respectively, and variance of these elements in A and B be 12 and 20. Okay, so let A has the elements x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. So what do we have? We have sum of all these, which is summation of all the observation upon 5 is the mean here, which is 5. So this is 25. I am doing it directly, and the variance will be summation of xi square by 5 minus mean square, which is 25, is equal to 8 here. So it's 33, so you have summation xi square also, so it's 33 into 5, that's one data. Similarly, we have another data for set B, which has 5 elements as y1, y2, y3, y4, y5. Okay, so again for the mean here, so summation yi. So how much is the mean here? Oh, I'm sorry, that was 12. Variance is 12 here. So it's 37. I'm sorry. Okay, the mean for B is 8 here. Okay, so this is 40 here. And similarly for variance, it will be summation yi square by 5. And the variance is 20 here, minus 20 mean square is 64 is equal to 20 here. Okay, so of course we have to use appropriate formula. We shouldn't miss it anywhere. So that's it. Okay, so that's it. So from here we will get summation yi square, which is whatever 84 into 5. Okay, now that's it. Now we have a set C here, which is collection of all these elements from A and B, but is formed by subtracting 2 from each element of A and adding 3 to each element of B. So what are the elements of set C? So it's x1 minus 2, x2 minus 2, x3 minus 2, x4 minus 2, x5 minus 2, and then y1 plus 3, y1 plus 2 plus 3, and then y3 plus 3, y4 plus 3. So these are its 10 elements. Okay, so if you have to find the mean, so it's not that difficult, because when you add them, so you have summation xi minus 10 plus summation yi plus 15. So it's 3 here upon plus 15 upon 10, and then you can get it because we have these values, and plus 5 divided by 10, we are done. Similarly, if we have to get new variance here, bachon, so what will that be? It will be summation of like xi minus 2 whole square plus summation of yi plus 3 whole square divided by 10 minus whatever mean you have here whole square. As simple as that. Now for summation, of course, what we can do is, so you will be just opening it, summation xi square plus 4 into summation I goes from 1 to 5, minus 2 times summation xi, I goes from 1 to 5. So don't we have these values? We have this value also, we have this one also. Okay, and summation of 1 is 5. Summation of 1 is given by the number of terms. So how many values I take? I take 5 values. From 1 to 5 it takes 5 values. Similarly, plus y summation yi square we have, plus 9 times summation 1 I goes from 1 to 5, we have this value, and then minus 6 times summation yi, and again we have divided by 10 and minus mean whole square, and then put the value, we have the answer. Okay, so this might again be an important type of question for the upcoming JEE mains examination. So those were 3 chapters where I feel strongly that these type of questions will be asked. Okay, so that's it from our side for this session, bachcho. For this session means for this January session. Of course, from tomorrow we'll be starting uploading the questions that had been asked an everyday shift. Okay, so that the students which are going to appear in the upcoming shift, successive or the shift after those days, should be able to know the type of question they are asking, the difficulty level of the questions there. Okay, so we'll definitely try to bring those videos every day. Okay, and with that I will again say best of luck to all of you. May God bless you all. Be confident before entering the examination. Take long deep breath when you take your seat in the examination center. Okay, take long deep breath, hold it for some time, it will and then exhale and then leave it. Okay, breathe out and do it, repeat it like 7, 10, 11, 12, 15 times. That will make you cool and calm and help you in concentration. Okay, so chaliye again, once again, with all the best wishes, bachcho, may God bless you all.